Prefab Sprout are an English pop band from Witton Gilbert, County Durham, England, who rose to fame during the 1980s. 9 of their albums have reached the top 40 in the UK Albums Chart, and one of the singles, The King of Rock and Roll, peaked at number 7 in the UK Singles Chart. The band formed in 1978 in Newcastle. Prefab Sprout had minimal chart success in the United States. The 1985 album Steve McQueen was released in the US with the title Two Wheels Good and peaked at number 180 in the Billboard 200. Frontman Paddy McAloon has been hailed as one of the great songwriters of his era, and the band have been described as one of the most beloved British pop bands of the 80s and 90s. Career. Prefab Sprout debuted in 1982 with the self-released single, Lions in My Own Garden. Exit Someone. Songwriter Paddy McAloon wanted a song title where the first letters of the words spelled out Limoges, the French city where his former girlfriend was staying at the time. Music journalist Stuart McConey described the track as enigmatic, melancholy, tuneful, and therefore perfect for a jobless literature graduate with girlfriend problems. The debut album, Swoon, was released on the Kitchenware label in March 1984. The following album, the Thomas Dolby-produced Steve McQueen, was highly praised by critics. The Protest Songs album was recorded next, but was not released until 1989. It included the song, Life of Surprises, which later became the title track for the Greatest Hits compilation album. The biggest commercial success in the UK came with the 1988 single, The King of Rock and Roll, taken from the album From Langley Park to Memphis. It reached No. 7 in the UK Singles Chart, their only single to reach the top 10. From Langley Park to Memphis included guest appearances from Stevie Wonder and Pete Townshend. In 1990, Jordan, The Comeback, again produced by Thomas Dolby, was nominated for a Brit Award. Though the music was more accessible than their earlier material, the lyrics and subject matter remained characteristically oblique and suggestive. McAloon has alluded in interviews to several albums' worth of songs that he has written but are unreleased, unrecorded, including, amongst others, concept albums based on the life of Michael Jackson, the history of the world, and about a fictional superhero. The Greatest Hits, A Life of Surprises, the best of Prefab Sprout, gave them the biggest US hit, If You Don't Love Me, which spent several weeks in the top 10 on the dance chart. McAloon joked in the album liner notes about the band's lack of touring over the past decade. Prefab Sprout released Andromeda Heights in the UK in 1997 and embarked on a short UK tour in 2000. This tour, and the subsequent album, did not feature Wendy Smith, who by this time had reportedly left the band. A double album anthology, the 38 Carat Collection, was released by CBS in 1999 as the group was leaving the record label. Unexpectedly, the group's US label, Epic, belatedly reissued this set as the collection in early 2001. Smith left the group during this period, after the birth of her first child. In 2001 the band released The Gunman and Other Stories, a concept album themed on the American Wild West. The opening track, Cowboy Dreams, was a hit for the British actor-singer Jimmy Nail. Though critically acclaimed, neither enjoyed major commercial success. After being diagnosed with a medical disorder that seriously impaired his vision, Paddy McAloon released the album After All the Megahertz under his own name in 2003 on the Liberty label. As of 2006, McAloon had suffered another setback. His hearing had deteriorated, reportedly due to Meniere's disease. In early 2007, a remastered Steve McQueen was released in a 2-CD package, containing new versions of 8 of the songs from the original album, in different arrangements performed by McAloon on acoustic guitar. Prefab Sprout's first album of new material since 2001, Let's Change the World with Music, was released on the 7th of September 2009. Reviews in the UK press were favourable. The release was also accompanied by a few interviews. In June 2013, a leak of 10 previously unreleased songs on SoundCloud led to speculation that a new Prefab Sprout album was being recorded. Rumoured titles for the album were Trapdoor Melancholy and Devil Came A-Calling. A proposed 7th of October 2013 release date was subsequently confirmed on the 14th of July, with the official title given as Crimson Red. Crimson Red was indeed released on the 7th of October 2013. The album was made available on vinyl and CD on the Icebreaker Records label. A limited edition box set featuring an interview CD was also released. 200 of these were available as signed copies. The lead single was "The Best Jewel Thief in the World." A video for this track was originally posted to Vimeo. Crimson Red also confirmed that Prefab Sprout was now in effect a solo project, with Paddy McAloon singing, playing and programming all of the music on the album on his own. In interviews at the time, McAloon explained that his health issues now dictated the way in which Prefab Sprout music was recorded, making it impractical and even impossible for any other musicians to be involved, but that he remained fond of and grateful to his former bandmates. Band name. According to the Guinness Book of British Hit Singles and AMP albums, the band's name was a mondegreen from the Nancy Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood song, Jackson, misheard by frontman Paddy McAloon. The correct opening lyrics for Jackson are, "We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout," which McAloon misinterpreted as hotter than a prefab sprout. However, AllMusic reckons that the prosaic truth is that an adolescent McAloon had devised the meaningless name in homage to the long-winded and equally silly band names of his late 1960s, early 1970s youth members. Current members: Paddy McAloon, vocals, guitars, keyboards, programming, harmonica, bass guitar. Former members: Martin McAloon, bass guitar; Michael Salmon, drums, percussion; Wendy Smith, vocals, guitars, keyboards; Fiona Atwood, vocals; Graham Land, drums, percussion; John Hendry, drums, percussion; Neil Conti, drums, percussion. Discography. Studio albums. All UK chart positions taken from Chartlog UK. Most of the mainland European chart positions are from Swiss charts. Common might not be complete for earlier releases. Compilation singles. Most of the mainland European chart positions are from Swiss charts. Common might not be complete for earlier releases.